do is they're going to dive down to the bottom of the pool, come up at a certain position, and they're going to spin and re-enter with their head entry.
Λοιπόν, τώρα κάνουν προπόνηση για το show Blue Horizon και θα μας δείξουν πώς θα εκπαιδεύουν. Θα πάνε από τη μία μεριά της πισίνας στην άλλη, θα βγουν σε ένα συγκεκριμένο σημείο και θα κάνουν περιστροφή. 3 δελφίνια. Το ένα δελφίνι δεν ήρθε και θα είναι 2. Εντάξει.
Alright, we're going to start out with Melanie. Now she is learning more than just the run. She's at the beginning phase. And she is working the deep run and the topography of what we want in the behavior.
Με αυτό το κοντάρι χτυπάει και στο σημείο που χτυπάει βγαίνει το δελφίνι και κάνει περιστροφή.
Behavior and it's at the correct position and height that we are looking for. Now, Melanie started spinning and we're not asking her to spin right now. So Jenny did not bridge that, and what she did is give her an LRS, a least reinforcing stimulus, and basically it's a 3-second pause, just to communicate that that's not what we're looking for. Now what we're just looking for is a straight run. Melanie seems like she knows what we're asking already. So we don't want to communicate that that's what we want. We want to still be able to do a straight point and then later on ask that spin. Now Jenny's going to take a step back and go a little bit closer so she doesn't anticipate the spin. Now you can see Jen is giving her that 3-second pause. Now she might reinforce that pause to let her know that that's okay to fail and that we are reinforcing that calm behavior of coming back to us so that they don't get upset that we are not reinforcing them at that time. But there's always opportunity to get reinforcement. Now we're going to move on to Sandy. Now Sandy is farther along in the stage of the behavior. She is working more so the height of the behavior and also her head entry.
Ωραία.
Now that's very good. You heard the whistle. She did that correctly. You see that we have 2 target poles out here. They're basically an extension of our hand or our target to let them know where we're expecting them to come up at.
Ακκόντια είναι μια προέκταση των χεριών για να τους δώσουν το σημείο που θέλουν να κάνουν την περιστροφή. Γελάει. Κοίτα δεν πουλάμε. Ωραίο.
Now, as you can see, those spin bows were not as controlled as the trainers were looking for. So they're going to ask again. Now, as you notice, Sandy comes back, nice calm behavior. Now that is a history of reinforcing those 3-second pauses to let her know that it's okay. And we'll continue on, and you will have another chance, whether it be this session or another session later on.
Εδώ τώρα βαράει σε αυτό το σημείο.
That was very good, Sandy. She did get that whistle. We also use what is called
Όταν κάνουν κάτι καλό, τους σφυρίζουν μια σφυριχτρούλα και καταλαβαίνω ότι ήταν σωστό το φιγούρα.
We use that button and that is the same thing as our whistle. So that means that they can come back to us for reinforcement once they do hear that whistle. Now we're going to go back to Melanie. We just gave her a little bit of a break. See if she could forget that spinning motion, and she did it. Very good. She got that straight point, and we call it an A to B, from point A to point B. Now Melanie has done this behavior for years, but when introducing the spin to this behavior, she thinks she knows what she's doing before she gets to the target pole. Now you say they use the underwater tone system to communicate underwater that she was doing that run correctly. So she returns back to Danielle for reinforcement, whether it be rub downs, fish, or ice. Now we don't always reinforce with fish, which is their primary, because we do want to make other things reinforcing, in case they aren't very food motivated. As you can see, they went back a step and went really close. She was excelling in that, and now we're moving it a little farther and just having that straight A to B. Now you saw she spun there, so they didn't bridge that. All right, they got an underwater tone, which bridged that run, and they're going to end there on a positive note with Melanie. Well, thank you, Melanie and Sandy, for showing us the fundamentals of training here at SeaWorld.
Well, thank you very much, Heather. Now, folks, as you can tell, there are many steps that go into training our animals here at SeaWorld. But once you put all those steps together, they can make for some spectacular behaviors. Now, would all of you like to see some of those spectacular behaviors?
Yeah.
Good. Well, for our new show, Blue Horizons, an amazing soundtrack was created. So right now, performing to a musical taste from that soundtrack, here's Dolly Dolphin and her friends.
Εδώ μπροστά θα έρθω. Εκεί. Ετοιμαστείτε. Ετοιμαστείτε. Πήγανε, πήγανε. Πού είναι τώρα, παιδιά, γράφει, δεν γράφει. Κάτω, το μεγάλο έρχεται τώρα. πετάχτηκε.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again in the center of the pool is our Dolphin family. SeaWorld has enjoyed bringing its guests unique dolphin shows that feature the grace, intelligence, and energy of these amazing animals. We hope today that you learned a little bit more about how we train and care for our animals here at SeaWorld, and we hope that you're excited about what the future brings. A future of blue horizons. Enjoy the rest of your day here at SeaWorld, everybody. Bye-bye.
Κοίτα εδώ μας χαιρετάνε με τις ουρές.